to Caught Lying in Prison. Jay Williams, let's live life. Another one of Jay Williams videos, man. You know, these are a fan favorite over here, bro. They do really good. And, you know, it's crazy just to see his experiences, as well as my boy Bill Feezy. We ain't watched one of those in a minute, so we should tap into one of them. Y'all know how it is, bro. Let's go ahead and get straight to this video. If y'all rock with me, make sure y'all go pull up to my main reaction channel, Astral Dior Plus. Over here, you're getting a whole different type of videos. And, yeah, bro, just pull up.
Y'all already know what it is. Jay Williams, let's live life, and we're back.
Jay, you got a Hummer? Yellow Hummer?
Sorry I missed y'all on Friday and this weekend. As y'all know, I own an operating construction company. Takes up a lot of my time. Been working 6 days a week. Gotta do what we gotta do, man. There was a time when I was working 7 days and I went 90-some days without a day off. I'm not with that no more. But was having deadlines, we still gotta grind. I was so busy Friday, payday, that I did not have the time to record. If I would have, I would have. But I couldn't. I had to get the guys paid.
I know it. I know it. I know it.
Before we get into what today's video is about, which y'all already read the title, tell y'all a little quick thing that happened this weekend. So Saturday I worked. Went and bought a new work truck. I'm looking to get another work truck. I don't want to run my Hummer in the ground, running all over the state of Virginia, you know, doing these houses. So Sunday, after, you know, Saturday running for these vehicles, I said, hey, let's do something with the family. We head to the water park. Now I live off Hall Street. Very busy road that runs through Richmond. A lot of cars, a lot of traffic, a lot of cops, a lot of people go to jail. Hall Street is known for speeding, you know, people drinking and driving. So as we're on the way to the water park, we're maybe 5 minutes from the house. I see an SUV to my left. Damn, the whole front of the SUV smashed in. And there's like,
you gotta cars like that, bro. You already know. As soon as you see him pull up, fuck they got going. Oh no, yeah, nah, I ain't going. Cause you already know they on bull.
Motorcycle parts laying in front of it. We get about a half mile up the street, and I look over. I see a bicycle tire. I see a body covered with a sheet.
Oh,
wife is with me, kids are with me, and I'm just looking like, damn, it's a dead body laying in. They got this whole side closed off of it. It's a dead body laying in the street covered with a sheet, right? Saw on the news later that evening, the dude was riding a bicycle at 3 o'clock in the morning, and that a drunk driver hit him. Continued to go. I don't know if somebody stopped the dude, if he had radiator damage, or why he did pull over. But he was literally almost probably a mile from where the dead body was, and then his SUV Tahoe looking thing was on the side of the shoulder, right? Crazy to think you just taking the family to the water park and driving down the street, you can see somebody dead. Decided to drive and took somebody's life. Sad thing. You just told some lies. Somebody's gonna call you on it. Let me get this to y'all real quick. This is not Vegas. Now to say everything that happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Prison is not Vegas. What happens in prison is gonna follow you to the next prison. If you was a boy in prison, better believe when you hit these streets, somebody's gonna expose your ass. If you mess with those boys in prison, better believe when you hit these streets, somebody's gonna expose your ass. So if you're gonna do something, make sure that you rock with whatever you're doing and you're willing to own up to it. Everybody ain't gonna do that.
That's what Bill Feezy was saying in that one video with that dude that was kept talking crazy in one prison. He went to the other one. He want to act like his name's not what his name was.
I've met guys that were lying about their charges and got exposed. I've got guys that owed people money and lied about having money when their money was coming and ran that larceny on them. I've met guys that done things at other prisons, got to a new prison, tried to recreate themselves, and what happened at the old prison follows them. Like I said, what happens in prison does not stay in prison. This is not Las Vegas. So today we're gonna get into this getting caught lying while locked up. Happens a lot. To all my real ones, any dudes that really done time, y'all done seen it time and time again. Somebody was one thing at one place, somebody was somebody at another place, somebody tried to run that dope fiend larceny on you, try to run games on you, lie right to your face. Your ass gonna get caught, and it always ends bad when you get caught. So without further ado, let's jump into getting caught lying while locked up. Let's go. You know I done seen it, you know I done lived it, so let's relive it. Prison is nothing more than a large revolving door. As quick as guys can go out, guys are coming in. And this is a true fact. The reason the U.S. has more people incarcerated than any other place in the world is because of our sentencing guidelines. It's because if you get sentenced here in the United States for something, let's take Canada for instance. For a drug case in Canada, you'll get a year to a year and a half. Here in the United States, that same drug charge can carry 10 to 15 years. A gun case in another country can carry a year. Here in the United States, here in Virginia, you're going to do 5 years on that gun. So you got to look at it like
5 years by the gun, y'all. Shit crazy. Texas is very different, you know. Over here, we can have the gun. We can ride around with the gun. You don't need no license. You know what I'm saying? But just some states away, you could get fucked off by the gun.
this. If they're giving out that much time, then of course there's going to be a whole lot of people incarcerated, because there's more people coming out, more people coming in that are actually going out. So in being in prison, you're going to see so many people that it is mind-boggling. I've told you before, you have to forget people to meet new people. You will forget people you've met in the past, see them and be like, damn, I know him from somewhere, and can't pick up on it unless maybe he tells you or somebody else tells you. I run across a dude by the name of Pat. Pat shows up where I'm at, and somebody said, man, this dude got stories for days. You got to remember, the main institution I spent the majority of my time at had 3,700 inmates. I was the tattoo man. I dealt with everybody. White dude shows up named Pat. Late 40s, maybe early 50s. And the one thing that stuck out about Pat was his damn mustache. You ever seen somebody with one of those 70s porn mustaches? One of those mustaches that look like they stink? Like they're just big ass thick mustache? Pat had one of those food collecting, dusty ass, stinky schnauzer looking mustache. Just a big ass thick mustache sitting on top of his lip that connected all the way up here, covered his bottom, his top lip. That was Pat. Pat comes in, Pat finds him a group of dudes as soon as he gets in there to click up with. The dirty white dudes, the old white guys that you know, if you were to go to their house, they sit in a recliner all day with a dog and an ashtray overflowing with cigarette butts, and most likely would finish a beer and just throw
that hoe to the side.
That's what Pat looked like, and the guys that Pat kicked it with. Pat gets his little prison job. Pat cleans the showers in the pod. Pat's been in here a couple months now. I never really had no reason to talk to Pat. Pat was more or less a pluck being a drug addict, somebody that's chasing drugs all day. And that was Pat's MO. He would get high when drugs hit the compound. Pat comes to me one day and says, "You're a tattoo man," which I used to hate when people would, because they're asking me a question, but they're making a statement. It's dumb. Everybody knows I'm the tattoo man. There's two of us in the pod at that time. And I said, "Yeah, I'm the tattoo man." He said, "What's up?" He said, "I want to get this name on my neck covered up." And the name on the side of his neck, it said Star. And it had like a star etched around it with the name Star inside of it.
Okay.
I said, "All right, what do you want to put on it?" He's like, well,
niggas covering up shit. I mean, if I was in prison, I probably would have did the whole motherfucker. So I feel that, I guess.
"What can you cover it up with?" I said, "It's a pretty good sized tattoo. I don't know. What are you into? What do you want to cover it up?" "Well, I got this idea of this eagle." I said, "Yeah, I can take an eagle and make that disappear." We set it up. Pat pays me in advance. I draw up the pattern. I have to play with it a couple different times to get it the right size to cover up the name Star with the star around it. Boom. We set up the date. Pat comes in a cell. And like anybody else, guys like to talk. During a tattoo, during the break, you might stop and smoke a cigarette, take my gloves off, smoke a roll up.
Yeah.
And I asked him, I said, what's the star thing about? He was like, "Man, that's somebody I used to know." I said, "Well, why are you covering the name up?" "It's from a long time ago. I didn't want to get into it." I said, "All right, cool. We already started. Don't really matter what you're doing. You done paid me for it, right?" I notice little things about people. Prison's one of them places you watch your environment. You watch your surroundings. You ain't got to say a word. A man that's aware is a man that's alive. Stay alert, stay alive. Always watch your surroundings. And I would see guys from other buildings, and these are punks, sissies, gumps, the gay guys, go up to Pat and start talking to him, right? Not my business. I don't know why he's talking to the gump, whatever, right? Tattoo turns out good, and like I said, he's always talking to the gay guys, but he would walk the track with his trailer park boys, with his dirty white boys, right? When we were doing the tattoo, I said, "Why? Well, where'd you just come from?" He had come from the mountains. He said, "I was at another institution, some shit popped off, and I got shipped up to the mountains, and up there, we're 23-1. We're out to sell for 1 hour a day, and it's hard to get tattoos unless you're in the cell with a tattoo man. And they're shaking down all day. There really ain't no tattoos jumping off like that up there. It's not. It's not like when you get that 1 hour out, you can go in a tattoo man's cell and get a tattoo, because, you know, not happening." So that made sense to me. I said, "Yeah, that's why you're just now getting it covered up." Because he had told me, "I've been wanting to get this covered up, but, you know, I ain't been at the place I could. Now I'm here, I can get it covered up," right? Pat's here a while. Pat's got his little flunkies he runs with, his other dirty white dudes with dirty mustaches and body odor and still reek of old beer cans, if that even makes sense. These are the type of dudes that keep dirty cigarette butts in their pockets, you know what I mean?
Hell
cigarette butts up
no.
and collect them. I see Pat outside one day, and Pat's on the fence talking to a guy on the other side of the yard, and they're talking through the fence. This is a big black dude. And that's the first time I've ever seen Pat really, he would deal with black dudes, but he didn't have any he kicked it with or conversated with unless it was like business and buying drugs or passing by or he needed something, store box, something of that nature. He's talking to this big black dude at the fence, right? I said, okay. It's a little weird, you know what I mean? Now things are I'm starting to get suspicious, man. I see him talking to the big black dude that I know I've seen now with several different boys. Why is Pat over there talking to this dude? Why is Pat constantly talking to the boys? Pat's walking the track one day, and I see the big dude at the fence, and he goes, "Hey, yo, Star. Star. Hey, somebody get Star."
Oh, nah. Somebody I used to know. Oh, no.
Where's Star at? Who the hell is Star? Somebody goes over and gets Pat, one of the boys. Pat goes over to the fence. Dude is talking to him. I see dude look around. Nobody's looking. There's a hole underneath the fence where we used to pass things through. Big dude passes some things through the fence to Pat. Pat gets back in the pod. Now there's a little bit of gossiping going on. You know what I mean? Dudes they're on to what's going on.
Yeah.
Star wasn't his own boy. He is Star. I get talking to my cell. He's like, "You heard everything that's going on?" I said, "What's going on?" I mean, I know most things. What's going on? He's like, "The dude Pat." I said, "Yeah, what about him?" He's like, "Pat's a boy." What do you mean Pat's a boy? Pat was a boy at another compound, man, that they called Star. There was this big ass fight where he was at, and a bunch of the boys got to rumbling with each other because I guess their guys had some beef going on. So it's like, if me and a bunch of dudes get to beefing and all of us got our girls there, that's how the boys would do. The men get to beefing, and then your girls and wives get to fighting. It's the same thing with the boys. The men get to beefing, the boys get to beefing. There's this big ass fight. An old Star gets sent off to the mountains behind the fight. I don't know if he hurt somebody or they just shipped everybody, right? People push up on him. The dirty white dudes are like, "Yo, please tell us, you know what I mean? You're not a boy.
Don't tell
you're not
me
a gump,
that,
you're
man.
not a sissy. Like, we've been walking around
We've been kicking
with
it with you
like,
and shit.
This old country boy that likes to get high. Please tell us you were not a boy at the other institution, that you're not gay." He denies it, of course, right? By now, other dudes have recognized it. Started, got sent off to the mountains and grew a big ass mustache.
Wow.
Covered the name on his neck up and tried to recreate his identity. He lied to everybody. Made all these dirty white dudes look dirtier than they already were.
Yeah.
Like I said, you are who you hang out with.
Yeah.
So if you're running around with a boy, people gonna think you're either a boy or you like boys.
Yeah.
Dudes run Pat up out the pod. Star's gotta go. You can't stay in here. You made us look bad. We'll beat your ass, Star. You gotta go. Yep. It's one of those things, man. I seen no Star after that. Star went to the people and told them he needed to be moved. I was in 7 building, then you got 8 building, then you got 9 building. Half of 8 building and all of 9 building share that rec yard. The other half of 8 building and my building share this rec yard. I would see Pat in passing. Not long after that, and Pat didn't have that mustache no more. Pat was walking with that big ass black dude that was handing food underneath the fence. Pat was no longer Pat. Pat was back to being Star
again.
Once a boy, always a boy. Eats a boy. Dude found out who he was. I don't know if dude knew Star prior to all this, was somewhere else with him. He had to him because he knew him by his old name. But you can think that you can get in prison or recreate yourself after you've done something. That label will follow you.
Yeah.
He went from being Pat with the dirty mustache to Star with them tight booty jeans on.
No.
Star walking the track with that big dude. To you already know what he was doing. I've told y'all, if you're going to do something, own up to it, man up to it. The truth always comes out in the end. That's why I feel good about this YouTube thing and what I've done, what I'm doing. Because you can't expose me on nothing.
Yeah.
You pull my name up and guess what? There's no bad paperwork on me. You can talk to people that were in prison with me. I tell no lies. I have no reason to. I wasn't no clown in prison. I wasn't no killer, but don't push me. You know what I mean? I'm not the toughest guy in the world, but I'll thump if that's what you're really looking to do. Fraudulent, fake, facade. It always comes to the surface. What happens in prison, don't stay in prison. Like I said, this is not Vegas. Let's get into the next story. Sorry about all that noise. I did not realize that the other truck was behind me and that loud. So hopefully you're still here for the second part of today's story. Getting caught in a lie.
It's all good, bro.
I hated jail. Not just because it was jail, but because the caliber of people that you deal with in jail. Everybody in jail was a drug dealer. Everybody had money on the streets. Everybody had a pistol. Everybody had a car. Nobody was a drug addict. Nobody's a sex offender. Nobody's a rapist. Nobody's got messed up charges. Everybody was balling.
Everybody was a real nigga.
Everybody had a big 8. Everybody had kilos of cocaine. To hear the guys in jail tell it, everybody in there's a kingpin. Very seldom do you find an honest guy. Also with jail, a lot of people lie. Not only about what they did in the streets, but about why they're locked up. Riverside Regional Jail, located in Hopewell, Virginia, Petersburg area, consists of a lot of different counties. It's a regional jail. You get guys from all over, different cities, different counties, packed into this one massive ass jail. So you could be in a cell with somebody from your city or somebody in a cell with you that a city you're beefing with. Most of the white dudes in there were in there for stealing, drug-related charges. Every now and then you get one in there that caught a body, but most of them fell into the same category. There's a lot of junkies. I've seen a lot of guys come through dope sick. Seen guys lay beside the toilet and guys got to step over them to piss right on them. They're laying on the floor, curled up in a ball, throwing up,
because they're so sick from being high.
Going through it beside the toilet and don't even care that they're laying in piss because they're dope sick, right?
Or they got withdrawals.
We got a dude from Hopewell, Virginia in there that's been in a couple different fights. And he is fighting over situations he's creating. He's going to people and borrowing things. Can't pay it back. Time to pay it back. Knuck up. You don't have a choice. You're either going to fight or you're going to get beat up. A couple of the times, he got his thing off. I think I'd known of like 4 fights this dude had been in. A couple of times, dude ran up in there and he gave him the business, right? So he's built a little name for himself. And he always will get hyped. Him and somebody get to arguing. I throw these things. You better ask somebody. You better ask such and such. I'm in there for throwing these things. I was crashing dudes on the streets. Yeah. Look my paperwork up. Yeah. Felonious assault. Smashing people out on the streets, right? So now he's got a little following of other little flunky white dudes. I did not like this dude at all. It's one of those people that you just sit back watching like, I can't wait for the day me and dude bump heads. Because I'm going to
get on his ass. Right? Yeah, I'm going to get on his ass.
So now he's got a little squad of 5, 6 guys. They'll walk around the day room, stop, do push-ups, pull-ups underneath the stairs, meal up together. One might be on the phone and be like, hey, come here real quick. Hey, what you said the name was? They called this number for me and find out such from a homeboy. They had a tight little clique, right? Majority of the dudes in there didn't really mess with him, would say what's up to him. Well, nobody really scared of him because he hadn't really fought nobody that was anybody. And not to mention the guys he runs with, he's the type of people that will cut the muffler off your car in the middle of the night. You're not a threat. You're a thief. We're all going back and forth to court, back and forth to court. And I told you, he keeps posting about how he's got this felonious assault. Felonious assault being a felony assault. You done hurt somebody. You done beat somebody up to the point that you done broke skin and made them bleed. And they're going to push, serious charges on you. Well, with the jail, like I just said, you go back and forth to court. Depending on your case, continuances, change of venues, lawyers, judges, you can go to court a dozen times if it gets drug out that long. Some guys, it's usually 3-4 times, it's finalized, you're done. This guy's continuously going back and forth to court. Every few months he's going back and forth to court, right? Comes back in one day and we're on lockdown. The thing I hated about Riverside is Riverside had just the most bum-ass COs ever. They didn't want to come to work. They would party and not show up to work, get drunk, not show up to work. Some of them would get high dudes, get high chicks, not come in. They let their home life affect their job. Now, if we're short of guard, we don't come out the cell.
Oh.
At nighttime when even the time when the shift changes, we're supposed to come out. You see the lights out in the day room turn off. As soon as you see that happen, you're like, shh.
Somebody
locked in. You turn around, look at your celly. Hey, we locked down for the night. I'm not coming back out till breakfast. 5:30 until 7:30, 8 o'clock.
On some animal shit. You know how when you your dog don't go outside until you ready to go. Your dog. Sometimes you so tired, your dog don't get to go. You just lay down. Oh man, and they're like, damn nigga, I'm supposed to be going out right now. They got these niggas on some dog shit.
Yeah, because this guard didn't come to work. With the pod I was in. This was an all the time thing. We were lucky if we were out 3-4 days a week after 5:30, right?
Wow.
This dude's steadily fighting his case on his felonious assault he's got on the street. Telling everybody how he smashed dude out. Him and this dude that lived down the street had problems and he just got tired of it, went down there and gave him the business, broke him all up. Tells everybody this. Shit's a lie. He ain't beat no dude up on the streets. He ain't put hands on nobody. But the felonious assault, it's a real charge, and he has one. At the time, we don't know he's lying. We have no reason to doubt him because we don't know shit about him. You know what I mean? You can't doubt him if you don't know about him. He goes to court, and it's like 2 or 3 guys in our party go to court, and you got guys from different parts of the wings of the jail.
Why would he lie about this?
Big bus, and if it's only a few of them, they'll put him in the back of what's called a paddy wagon.
Because he's scared.
Small van. You get in the back, shackled up, black box on, leg irons, chain around your waist, handcuffs to it, you know what I mean? He goes to court and everybody comes back that evening and we're on lock. Well, they're letting guys out for the shower. One guy sneaks off, goes over to the phone. This guy went to court that day. I'm not even sure if he snuck over. The guard might have known he was actually using the phone. I don't know if he told the guard, hey, I went to court today. Whatever happens, I look out and I see the guy on the phone. I'm way down the line, so I'm not getting a shower no time soon. This guy gets off the phone with whoever he's talking to, his people. And his people tell him while he's on the phone, they ask him, hey, did you go to court today with the dude that beat his mom up?
Oh.
What dude that beat his mom up? His people explained to him and described, because they were in the courtroom waiting on their loved one, on the dude that's on the phone, waiting on him to come in and fight his case. They're sitting in the courtroom and they see that dude that been running around telling everybody he had felonious assault come in the courtroom this day of judgment. Up there standing with the prosecutor is his mom. This man's done went into a violent rage, broke his mom's face all up, beat her up bad, put his mom in the hospital.
Wow.
And then comes to jail and tells everybody
It's
beat
a
up a
nigga
dude
down the street.
People don't all
bitch ass nigga. That is crazy. Because if he came in there, y'all beat my mom at, niggas would be like, what? Oh my God. What happened to this man, Jay?
Wish dude would have just waited until we came off lock before he yelled down there. But he goes ahead, takes his shower after he gets off the phone, I found out this information that this go-hard white dude has been in all these fights that claims he beat up somebody in the neighborhood, really beat his mom up, right? We locked down. A little bit later, I hear him yell. The guy that's in the cell with the go-hard white dude happens to be the homeboy, the dude that was on the phone. He yells down, hey, what's up with you, man? I ain't know what happened in court today. They continued my shit. My family came out and showed love, though, hoping I can get up out of here next go around when I go to court, get these charges dismissed. But, yo, that ain't why I'm yelling at you. Well, what's up there? Shit, I kind of want to fly a kite, too. You'll holler at you in person. It's like that. Man, fuck it, man. I'll go ahead and tell you. What's up? Hey, the dude that's in your cell, that white boy?
Oh.
What about him? Beat the shit out of his mom, man. I just got off the phone with my people. And they told me that the white boy, and this is what he's saying. I'm not saying white boy, what dude's saying. He said the white boy beat his mom up, and his mom was in court, and he was in court. Dude was like, oh, yeah? Now, you got to think the dude he's telling this is in the cell with the man.
Yeah.
So he's standing there, he's on the door talking, looking back at this dude like, man, this piece of shit beat his mom up. Yeah, man. They said he crushed his mama's face in. His mama's in the hospital. One of her eyes is damaged. She got partial vision. And he's just a monster, man. He beat the shit out of his mom. So what's up then? Oh, you know what it is. You know what it is. You know what time it is?
You know what time it is? Oh, no.
You can't have it. Oh, hell no. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. They yelling back and forth. Now we're all on the door like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Mr. Gohard to beat his mama up. Mr. likes to fight everybody that beat the dude up in his neighborhood that beat his mom up, right? Then you get other dudes on the door. Hey, yo, what's up, man? Come to the door. He comes to the door. What's up? This the Gohard white dude, right? So that shit is true. Man, I ain't do that. Show your cellmate your paperwork, man. Give him the paperwork for the case you got. Man, I ain't even keep that shit. I ain't had that shit since I was at the other jail. Bro, you just went to court today. You got paperwork. Show your cellmate your paperwork. Man, I ain't fucking with y'all like that, man. I told y'all what happened. Them guards come through a little bit later, and y'all already know where I'm going with this. They walked by that door, and that dude was at the door and said, hey.
Yup. Get me out of here. Get me out.
I need to be taken to the hole, man. I fear for my life. These dudes are going to smash me when I come out this cell. It's different on the East Coast than on the West Coast. Out here on the East Coast, we don't have PC. We don't have PC yards. We don't have PC pods. We don't have none of that. We have the hole. If your ass is too scared to be in general population, you go to the hole. You go to the same place that a man would run up and stab somebody with a knife, goes. And the only way you can stay back there is if you refuse to come out. Then they give you an institutional charge for disobeying a direct order. He told the guard when the guard came by, hey, man, do me a favor, stay at the door. Like, don't leave. Because I'm afraid that when you leave, this dude right here is going to assault me. Dude wasn't no gangster. Dudes had been fighting with nobodies. That's why I said he got his thing off a couple times. Anybody can win a fight when you fighting somebody that don't know how to fight. That guard stood right there at the door while everybody else stood at their doors. Yeah, you better get your puss ass out of here. Get out of here, bitch. Ain't nobody dealing with you. We don't get down with that type of shit. You like to beat your mom up. I'll beat your ass, white boy. Dude just screaming on him. All in the name of a woman they never met before.
Right.
You would think that with everybody having criminal charges and everybody being locked up, there ain't a lot of morals going around. Not a lot of principles. You're wrong.
That mama shit, that kid shit.
Miss their mothers. And will cut your whole entire head off if you ever put your hands on them. Guys that are going to penitentiary for 40, 50 years and will never sit down at the table and eat with their mother again. Guys that know, damn, man, while I'm on this bid, at some point or another, I'm going to get a call to the chaplain's office. And they're going to tell me my mom passed away. Guys that have a lot of regret in their heart for the stress and strain they put on their mother while they were out there in the world. The last thing anybody wants to hear is, this guy hurt his mom. This is a man that likes to beat on the woman that gave birth to him. They rolled him up, got him up out of there, and I can pretty much promise you, if he made his way to the penitentiary and what he had done to his mom made it out into general population, everybody found out, he either went and checked in and lived in the hole. Checking in meaning, I fear for my life. You got to get me up out of here. He either lived in the hole or wore them ass whoopings back to back to back until he eventually got transferred off somewhere and was forgotten about. That's what happens when you get caught lying. I really hope that that dude got smashed all the way out. And with old Star should have just owned up to who he was. would have made things a whole lot easier. If he just came in from the gate and continued being a boy, that would have been what it was. He wouldn't have had to worry about them white dudes wanting to kick his ass. But I guarantee you, once he got with that big ass dude, he ain't had to worry about nobody kicking his ass.
Yeah, because he got a nigga for him. Damn. These prison stories, bro. Fuck. That nigga that was beating his mama up, though. That nigga needed them hoes. I ain't gonna lie. That being said, man, like the video, sub, comment up, Benjamin this video channel, man. Make sure y'all pull up the bro channel if y'all trying to see more of them stories, bro. Real nigga for sure. That being said, man, we gone, bro. ADD lad, do it.